Hello my friends, I'm Emily and I'd like to show you how to make a bear in Tinkercad for our week 1 3D design challenge. So as you can see here, we already have our bear example, but I want to take you through a few basics just to get you started. So I'm going to zoom out here and move our completed bear over a little bit, so we'll take a look at him in a moment. But first of all, a few good things to know before you get started. Dragging out objects, you can click on them and hold and just drag them onto your work plane like so. If you would like to change the camera, you just need to use your right click button on your mouse. So if you hold down that right click button, you'll be able to adjust the camera angle of the work plane. So once again, just grab that right click button and drag and hold, and you'll be able to move around. If you use your scroll wheel, you can zoom in and out. Sometimes that's easier to see what you're doing if you zoom way in and you can see what your project looks like close up. And you can zoom out with that scroll wheel again. Alright, so since we already have our sphere here, let's go ahead and resize it. So to resize, you just grab one of these little corners and you can make them bigger. And if you just want to make it taller, you can just grab one of the little ends here. Another good trick to know is this tiny little triangle here. If you click and hold that with the left click button, you can raise the object off the work plane. Okay, for now, I think that's going to be part of the bear's main body, so I'll just leave that on the ground. Let's drag out another sphere, because this is our challenge for this week, is to create a bear using only spheres. That way we get a lot of practice just with one object. So, see if I can make his feet here. And another good trick is to copy and paste. So if you hit Control C and then Control V, you should create another duplicate. And you can just drag those feet out. And we have some feet. And then if you use that right click button again, you can zoom overhead to see that it worked out the way you wanted it. Say we want another sphere, and let's raise that up to create the top part of him. Okay. Looks pretty good. And then let's grab some more hands, and I'm just going to do Control C on your keyboard and Control V on your keyboard to create a couple more. And say I did something I didn't like, I can just hit Control Z or Control Z to undo it. Because I grabbed one of the little boxes instead of just grabbing the object to move it out. That can happen sometimes. So Control Z is your friend, otherwise the undo button is just up here. Alright, so let's raise that one up. And to see what we're doing, I'm just going to zoom over top and move it in. So he's got some arms. So this bear is going to be a pretty simple bear. Your bear can be more complex if you like. But this way you've got the basics down. So Control C, Control V again, make another arm. Alright. And maybe a snout. So let's see, maybe a smaller sphere this time. Getting lots of practice resizing today. Okay, so let's drag that up and see if we can make our snout. It's looking okay. Oh, and I think we're missing something. We're missing some ears. So let's Control V, Control C, Control V again, and then Control V another time to make some ears. I'm going to select both those ears, drag them out. Oh, no, maybe not. Alright. Actually, let's try just one of those. That looks kind of more ear-like. And drag him up. And again, let's use that zoom overhead to see what we're doing. Remember, every bear can be different. Your bear doesn't have to look anything like this bear. This is just a good example of how to move the shapes around the work plane and get you started. And a lot of this is just really good practice for 3D design, so when you go on to make your own projects, you'll have a lot of practice using this software and a little bit more comfort. Just gonna see if I can get that ear lined up with the other one. Okay, I think I like that better. And maybe let's try again for a little nose, and we could even do some eyes if you like. So let's see. And I know as it gets smaller, it's tougher just to grab the shape on its own, but with a little perseverance, I think you can get it. If you really like to, you can always adjust out here as well. Sometimes that's a little bit easier. Okay, perfect. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna fly over top again. Okay, so we've got something like our original bear, but you can see that this one's even different again. So hopefully you have a lot of fun making your bear, and let us know how it turns out. I'd be happy to see how they worked out. And next week we'll have a new challenge for you. And just remember, anytime that you design something, you're welcome to come back in and 3D print with us at the library for free. All right. So once we're back open, hopefully we will see you soon.